Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome in. Hope you all are doing well, swell, all the good things. Hope you are feeling amazing, vibrant, solid, and grounded. Okay, relaxed and chill. My name is Latiste. Okay, welcome, welcome, welcome again. I'm hot as fuck. So it isn't like hot. Like I knew I was hot, but all of a sudden I feel extra hot, which probably is going to align with the message in some sort of way. I did just want to do what do you need to hear right now? Just what do you need to know right now, understand right now, hear right now? Okay? You can have something in your head or not something in your head, but this is what Spirit wants you to know. Okay? Mm. I'm seeing like the nuclear symbol. Mm. And it's like a beat trying to be kept. And it's like if you almost like a nuclear plant, right? If you don't watch it, make sure that the water is cooling properly, make sure that it's functioning, make sure it's not overheating, which is hilarious. I literally said I'm hot, but I knew I was hot when I started this. And the fact that they're showing something nuclear, and if it gets too hot, if the core reactor gets too hot, I watch a lot of shit. The core reactor gets too hot, it can explode, it can cause leakages. So they have water to help cool it down. They have these tanks, these specialized water, because it can't just be any regular water. It's a specialized water that has to cool it down. And that's why you can't just leave nuclear plants abandoned because then it starts leaking. And it reminds me of those alligators or crocodiles. I'm so sorry, I do not remember which ones, but they live in an old nuclear abandoned plant and they're thriving and they are protected because they're studied. But anyway, but it's this energy of like spirit is like you need something in particular to calm you down, to cool you down, or to get you back to center, or to get you back to focus. It's almost like you are the nuclear plant and you're running a little too hot right now. And what it's like you already knew you were hot. Like everybody knows dealing with nuclear anything is nuclear. It's a problem. It's an issue. So it's almost like this energy that you are carrying is very nuclear. It's almost like you're temperamental. It's reminding me of the nuclear ball or like atomic bomb that didn't explode, but it was supposed to explode. Or something like that. And you have to they have to use the most delicate tools. And one time, like somebody dropped it and everybody just froze. Because it was like, this is it, this is our end. Nobody died, but they all got hit with radioactive poison. So it's this energy of you are something very delicate, something very temperamental. And if you're wondering why my eyes just closed, it's because, like I said, I um, just straight channeling. And sometimes it comes in different ways and forms. So if you're wondering, like her eyes closed, that's why I shake. But that can be, it's just taking a moment for something or with something before you get to that temperamental point. Um, yeah, I feel like that's what you are. And I feel like you have to recognize that your emotions, when you're feeling them, your energy It's very delicate. Like I have to remember, it's like a radium ball. It was something that like you have to use certain tools, and now nobody is supposed to touch it at all, um, because it's can go off at any point or something like that. It's just shit for a war that wasn't used and got fucked up, and then they decide to study it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Um, so it's almost like I feel like that's also a thank you, spirit. It's like you feel like you have been set up for war. And now since you're not used for what you thought you were set up for, it's like you're a little temperamental. You will have to be treated delicately. And I feel like with this message coming from what you need to know right now and understand right now is that no, that's not what you were used for. Because if you think about nuclear, radium, all this stuff, that is something from the earth. It's man-made, but all everything, the walls, plaster, everything is man-made, but it still comes from the earth. And you have to recognize, am I the nuclear plant or am I the specific water to kill to kill to cool down the nuclear energy? And it's like, or maybe I'm what creates the nuclear energy in the first place. And I'm what creates, because it takes something to create something to create something. I can't just go out into nature and pick up this. It has to be created, but it's still from nature. And even nature can be toxic to nature. Them blue frogs, I'm seeing them vibrant, jeez, those vibrant blue frogs, and they're like gorgeous, but they're toxic. So it's like, yeah, you might want to eat it because it looks enticing, but that's also the protection. So it's like that's also, like I said, your emotions, your vulnerability, your the way that you think, your creativity, you being the odd one out, you being mysterious, you being outspoken, you being loud, you being rambunctious, you being quiet, you being observant. All those things are qualities that others were possibly made you feel like were nuclear. Like they had to be carried, use delicate tools, walk on edge. And it's like, no, I'm none of those things. I'm not even the cooling water for the goddamn nuclear plant. I am water. I am earth. I am energy. But if you don't have to be out of nature if you don't want to. You don't even got to be in nature in the way that other people think you got to. So you don't got to be around me. But I'm not something nuclear where you feel like you got to do this. If you feel like you got to do that, then I should let you know something. Because who the fuck wants to be around something nuclear? Ashe. Ashe. What else you got for them, Spirit, before we get into the cards that we dived into? A lot of wands energy, a lot of physical energy happening here, a lot of movement, a lot of action. Yeah, your emotions are definitely your strength, your capability, your emotional intelligence, your depth, your understanding, your capacity to understand, to become inquisitive is something to behold. Thank you, Spirit Crossing. And setting. All right, final. Oh, now you funny. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Sometimes you just gotta settle everything. We got some setups here. Alrighty. So, to get into this message, the foundation that I feel like you're trying to create, that you're trying to build, is something that has to be very particular to you. And like I was saying, where others may see that as nuclear, something they have to essentially like use certain tools, walk on eggshells, or create something that's volatile in the first place, which means you possibly can be in environments you could be misunderstood a lot, or you're not, you feel like when you share your ideas there, like, okay, like, yeah, we'll get to that later. It's like this energy of, like I said, this separation energy of like, okay, when is the moment? When is the time? When is the chance? But it's like this energy that doesn't allow you to be stifled either. That doesn't allow you to be quiet either, because it's still this, like I said, this fire. Some see that as nuclear, like, oh, we got to cool that down. And it's like, no, that's not what that is. That's passion, that's drive, that's purpose, that's that focus energy. So we have the Ten of Pentacles and the Four of Wands coming in here. That stability that you nurture so much within yourself and that you are looking to foster and create, excuse me, within relationships allows for that abundance in more ways than one. That allows for abundance in legacy, in people knowing your name, knowing your energy, knowing your boundaries. I'm seeing a cat, my cat in specific. Like when he does one, he just like, no, no. Like it's a boundary, it's an understanding that is also something you're able to pass down. This strength, like I said, it's something that cannot be silenced. They want you to be the person holding up the table while they play the game, and hoping that, oh, let them just take a little piece, fine, we don't care. But it's like, no, and not saying that you are the type of person afterwards you can switch, but it's like, no, I'm creating something where I'm not even worried about the one little thing that you're taking. I'm focused on me, on what I'm creating. And I'm creating a reputation for myself where I love being associated with myself. I don't care what room or name or group or whatever I'm brought up in, because I love my own reputation. I know my character speaks for me in ways that are actionable, because that's the foundation that I have laid. So that creates doors, opportunities. I'm hearing clients, resources, abundance, because I'm not worried about taking one little thing. I'm worried about creating many. And so that's how you are allowing yourself to reach the major objective of your life. It's just living. And that allows you to create. Shakespeare. Now, I feel like you may have been in moments where you didn't like that your intuition was right. You didn't like that you seen something so blatantly, in a way of just being like, damn. Because you felt like sometimes in those moments of times you were, I'm hearing, too emotional or maybe too involved. Um, And it's almost like this energy, like, I wish people just listen to me the first time, or I, I wish I wish people would just understand or try to understand the first time instead of going through these lessons. It's like something where you just like, you sometimes don't like being right, whether that's in people disappointing you, whether that's in them going in a certain type of way, whatever, no matter what the energy is. But it's like your intuition. Don't look at it in a way, because we got the Hierophant in the reverse in the Six of Cups. Don't look of it in a way as like, shit. Like, damn, I usually do be right, because you are very spiritually inclined and very spiritually in tuned. And so in the past, because the Six of Cups is this past childlike nostalgic energy where you feel like it led you in a way to be like, hold on, like, dang, okay, all right, fine. I won't say nothing, or it's just like, mm, but you still do. Because something, the Hierophant is like, I know too much to not say. I understand too much to not invest. And so now, Spirit, because the Tower moment was attached to those three cards, now Spirit and you are coming together where you are establishing real boundaries. Because you keep getting cards about foundational things, longevity, things lasting. Okay. And so, with this superfluous energy that you are creating with yourself, it is allowing you to flow into a state of realizing this, my understanding, my intuition, my high emotions and energy in these situations is not over investment. I just need to know when I should be. Because I had to realize, as somebody that can feel and in tune to an energy room in a room very quickly, sometimes I would consume it. And it's like, I don't need to consume the energy to understand the energy, to be aware of the energy, to take it in and to navigate and to work with or through the energy. So with the Hierophant in reverse, it's like Spirit is working with you on navigating how to be around those energies, because it's just the world itself, and not consume it, or to set boundaries with it or restrictions, and not see it as something that you should hide or be like, damn, I don't like being right there. I'm like, oh, I guess I should have did. No, 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 no. Because the Spirit is like, we're not going to be second guessing ourselves. We're going to be using that. That's a power. That's a gift. Thank you, Spirit. I'm trying to see where they want to go with things. I'll shift that over there. I knew you was going. Funny. I love it. All right, so we got the Eight of Wands coming in here. It's this energy that you, the fact that you know so much and understand so much, I feel like because this card, what it says in the book, and I remember because I love when you first get, you read through all the book, you're like, oh, this is nice. But it explains that this person was walking through a maze and they're at the end. And all they have to do is walk up the stairs and they're out. And so with this energy coming in here, it's this recognition that sometimes when you're at the end, sometimes you want to sit there too long. But you wind up getting up, and it's sometimes this hesitation, and it does, and that's why it's mirroring these three cards on this side for like kind of questioning, like, dang, I don't like being right, or dang, because it's almost this hesitation based off of being right there. And it's like sometimes you want to take people with you. Sometimes you don't want to lose things, because the Tower moment is essentially shit is getting lost. They ain't got that roof no more. Okay, like it's gone. And it's probably going to go around, and so it's a sense of shaking things up. And so it's this energy, this Cancerian energy, as well as the Six of Cups. I want to hear that sometimes that nostalgia can warp the memory of what it's supposed to be, which is just a lesson. You got through the maze. You got through understanding that I don't need to question myself anymore. It isn't a darn I was right again. It's like a damn I was right again. I can lead my life in a way that allows me to be free. So in those moments when you're feeling that way with the Hermit card, this Virgo energy, the Hangman card, right? I'm hearing the Leo energy. That's the next one. Ashe. It's this understanding that I'm never really alone. I'm never really without understanding the capabilities of myself. And so sometimes in those moments when you are making it through the maze or going through the maze and understanding these things, you feel sometimes suspended in time. Pause. But it's you really gathering knowledge, understanding, truth, capabilities. And so now it's this energy of you having to shine a light on everyone. Shine that understanding. Because the Tower moment is happening. And the Tower moment is right next to the Hermit. So it's almost like they at the top of the tower and they finna get it hit first. Ashe. So it's coming in here to recognize that for you, to create that new foundation. And I'm hearing your legacy for your gifts is that wisdom, is that strength. I always like to tell people, everybody be like, oh, the Akasha Records and, the Alexander Library and the Bible and this. I'm like, that is just knowledge and information that they gathered, written, studied, and then they put in the library, right? Like, obviously, you possibly have to go through some things to get in the library, but like, we can do that now. Knowledge is always present and available to those that are ready to seek it, to those that are ready to understand it, to those that are ready to expand and be like, okay, what is going on? Curiosity is captivating because it allows you to understand that you don't understand anything, and that allows you to want to understand more because you're like, I want to know. And so that allows you to create your own experiences and start writing that down and speaking about that and allowing that to be the fortitude. So yes, that and the reason why I'm saying that is because sometimes we get hung up on like, oh, I wish I knew her. It's like you are creating as the Hierophant your own religious context, your own Akashic records, your own synchronicities within the earth. The earth has changed since then. Can we get back to it? Possibly, possibly not. Who the fuck knows? But that's the point of knowing. You have to ask those questions. You have to seek it out. So I feel like you're in this point in your life where you're seeking things out. Not just a spiritual level, but on a physical level, on a romantic level, on a I'm hearing wholesome level, just sort of level. So with this Hermit coming in, it's like take these pause moments to really shift that. Because bitch, her toes is still painted. Cause she knows she finna be out. Her toes ain't painted no more, but it's like shit. I know what color works well with me. It's almost like somebody that dances in the mirror, I am me. And then when they get out there, they're a lot more confident or things of that sort. It's like it's things that you are doing in these hangman moments that is allowing you to tap into even that more knowledge, that richness. Okay? Now to get into the final messages here, you got the Six of Swords energy here in between the mirroring energy. So I feel like you have a lot of mental capacities. You can be like somebody that can astral project. You can be somebody that's very prophetic. You can be somebody that's like a medium. You can be somebody that can like tap into other people's energies very well and almost in like a manipulation type sense, but more of like a Reiki healing type sense. Ashe. So it's like this Six of Swords energy being in the middle of all these energies surrounding it, because that's how I set it up. That's the type of reading it is from the ancestors, always full circle within the center. Ashe. So it's this understanding that you have this capability to change perspective, to change narratives, to change environments, to change religious texts. I'm hearing they really are saying like, don't get caught up in what was, because you are creating what is and what will be. That's why that Ten of Pentacles is up there. That's why that Four of Wands is up there. It's because you're creating that on a foundational level that is abundant. So continuously expanding your mind, continuously seeing from a higher perspective and higher growth. Because who says that this person is landing just because they're facing that way? They can just be passing by. So allow yourself that. Your final message is at the bottom, holding it in. I did say the 8. I'm sorry, this is the 9. My apologies. But not too much on me, okay. Oh, because I was looking at this, because this is the 8. I'm sorry, I was trying to swear it was gathering me for the last messages. Don't spend too much time on what is or isn't going to come. The message is always being delivered. And it's usually when you're not expecting it. Like this person is like away. They're not expecting it. They're just busy doing their regular daily things. And Virgo energy is also about this structured energy, this daily routine energy, right? And this Tower moment is about shaking up their daily routine. So when you are just doing something regular, when you are just focused on what you need to be doing or want to be doing or living your life, that's when things come in clearly. Because that's when you're tapping into you. When you just are like, shit, I want to do it, I'm going to say it, I'm going to feel. That's that energy. And so with this Page of Cups coming in here, with this Nine of Swords, is this understanding of don't stay awake. Just allow yourself to develop. Because I always think of the pages as like that pack year or the in-between year of the high school or going to college. It's like, again, this inquisitiveness. So allow yourself to discover your emotional capacity to sink into moments that are more calming and relaxing and in a flow state that is about you. Because it allows that expansion, that growth here. So don't worry about that, because it's also the Nine of Swords is about allowing yourself to stay awake if you're going to stay awake with the right things. Because it's cutting through either way. So it's like if you're ready to get those clarity and questions, get prepared for that in the right way. Okay? But that has been your message here, my darlings, my loves, what you need to know right now from Spirit. And we'll take it, what we need to take, and we'll leave what we need to leave. I love you so much. Love yourselves more. Till next time.